I am Nick Shell, a certified Enneagram coach, going to be sharing with you this wonderful book called The Enneagram Connection by Keely Shaw. If you'd like to purchase this on Amazon, I'll make it easy. There's a link right there, takes you straight to Amazon. You can get this book delivered to your house. Also, if you're not even sure what your Enneagram number is, and decide to reading this book and find out, you could click a link right there, takes you to a free quiz, takes about 10 minutes, and that might give you some direction on which one you are. And if you're like me, you're like obsessed with Enneagram, maybe you should become a certified coach as I am. There's a link for it right there. And also keep in mind, if you would like to see more of these videos come your way, you could like the video. That'll tell the algorithm, hey, send more of these videos to you, and it will. You can even subscribe, but I understand. Maybe you're a 7 and you have commitment issues. Maybe that's crossing the line. Maybe just liking the video is all you need. Now, let's have some fun. I want you to know, I purchased this book yesterday. I never heard of it, but I saw it and I bought it right then and there. And I read it today. So we've covered a lot of ground with this book in real time for me. So a little while ago, I'm reading this page 100, here it is, and I'm seeing this color chart based on what Enneagram number you are. If you wish, you could even pause the video right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., down to 9. So as, by the way, does one of these numbers jump out at you? Take a look at it. Which one of those jumps out at you the most? Okay, pause it if you need to. There we go. All right, you figured it out? Cool. So what's funny is, as far as I know, this is the only shirt I own that's this color. I don't normally wear this color, but I happen to be wearing it today as I'm reading this book. And in case you don't know, my Enneagram, I'm a 6 wing 7. And that's also a little bit of a counterphobic 6, so I often take on the illusion or the appearance that I'm an 8, or I act a bit aggressive, ultimately out of fear of not knowing what I'm doing. So it's a whole 6 thing. But ultimately, either way, I think it's interesting that 6 Enneagram colors, inviting, alert. Look, it's very similar out there, right? And then also here's the 8. Now, the 8, I'm pretty much, wearing a shirt that's between those two. So I thought that was funny. And then I ran upstairs, my family's home, and I was like, I already know all their types. And I was like, okay, let me see if they match. And it's funny because they all happen to be wearing a shirt that matched the color on here. Or they're like, oh, that's my favorite color. Yeah, okay, well, Keely Shaw, I guess you're right. So let's have some fun though. So if you're an Enneagram type 1, you might be more attracted to this color here, this darker color. To me, and of course I'm a guy and we're all colorblind by default compared to females, but to me this looks like a very dark greenish color. Then there's, for Enneagram, so that's sure and deep for number 1. Number 2, warm and energetic for a 2. Number 3, this is a lighter version of this orange, but bold and driven. 4, whimsical and captivating, kind of a indigo color. Number 5, grounded and honest, like an olive green. 6, inviting and alert, that's me by default. Like I said, it kind of matches my shirt already. 7, bright and seeking, yellow. Decisive and passionate for 8, which a very similar color of this. And then sort of this, I'm gonna call it a dark teal, soothing and safe for number 9. So, it's always fun to think, I understand a lot of people don't want to be put in a box, but ultimately, I think life is so much easier when you understand fundamentally how you're wired. And there are certain things, and again, I'm going to be making so many videos about this book, but there's so many things that will just jump out at you when you realize, oh, that's how I'm wired? That's me? So it's not to say that, hey, you may look at this and say, you know what, Nick, I actually liked this color green, but really, I'm a 7 or whatever. That's totally cool, but it'd also be totally cool if it just happened to be a color that made some kind of sense to you. Normally I would never pay attention to this color, and again, I only own one shirt that's color, but that's interesting to know. That's interesting to know too, that I fundamentally am a 6, so by default, in theory, I should be seen as an inviting person, as this color is, and also alert. I'm inviting and alert, which almost is a paradox. So there you go. Did you like this video? Again, like it, and you'll have more coming your way. And I love this book. Be prepared for a lot more videos. The Enneagram Connection by Keely Shaw. Oh yeah, do you want to leave a comment? You can, and there's a good chance I'll respond. Leave it right there.